Boomer shooters. The classic style of first-person shooters that originated in the 90s with Wolfenstein and popularized by Doom. So this style of gaming focused on fast-moving with non-stop constant action. The boomer shooter scene saw a golden era from the mid-90s to the early 2000s. I'm talking the aforementioned Doom, Blood, Quake, Duke Nukem, Heretic, and so many more. But pride comes before the fall. As the 2000s emerged, gaming started shifting directions, and as FPS games took on a more realistic vibe, the golden reign of boomer shooters came to an end. Were there boomer shooters throughout the 2000s? Yes, of course. We had the Postal games, Quake was still going, but alas, the age had come to an end. Fast forward 15-something odd years, and we start to see a resurgence in the boomer shooter scene. A lot of the credit for that definitely goes to Doom 2016, a game going back to the simple yet fun blueprint of what boomer shooters are. And there are plenty of other great boomer shooters that have come out during this current era, but today, we're here to talk about one. ULTRAKILL. ULTRAKILL is a game that started development way back in 2020, developed by an individual that goes by the name Hakita, and it still hasn't finished. Yeah, it's not done yet, as of June 4th, 2024. However, what we do have so far is actually amazing on so many levels. ULTRAKILL prides itself on creativity and player interaction. You think you can destroy this enemy by throwing a fucking spinning revolver that's made to ricochet off walls? Yep. You want to parry hell energy speeding at you with your left arm? Yep. You want to ride a damn rocket? What do you think? Of course. See, one of ULTRAKILL's names is Devil May Quake, and that name is no exaggeration. Hakita takes a lot of inspiration from DMC, which I should really cover one of these days. Love those games to bits. The style meter, rocket riding, Agony and Tundra. The guy just loves Devil May Cry, and I can't blame him for it. With that being said, I don't want to paint the wrong image in your head. ULTRAKILL isn't some crazy fan tribute to the DMC series. ULTRAKILL is very much its own respective thing. It takes concepts from Devil May Cry and presents it in ULTRAKILL fashion. The game also has this very heavy religious influence, which I love. Think Faith if you ever played that game. I'm personally really into that stuff and alternate history, right? So, the dev takes a lot of influence from Christian theology, such as the Christian interpretation of God, Angel Gabriel. The lore entries are known as testaments, etc. But again, to clarify, none of it is actually accurate to Christian theology, but it's just heavily inspired by it, and it's very much its own take on that theology. There's also some Dante's Inferno in there, meaning the 9 layers of hell, and once again, Hakita's interpretation of those 9 layers is implemented in the game. You have the Prelude, which is its very own separate section, sort of a prologue if you will. Then Act 1, which entails layers 1 through 3, Act 2, which has layers 4 through 6, and then Act 7, which hasn't finished yet. It has layer 7 with 8 and 9 to go. When it comes to the actual gameplay, don't have the game's fundamentals go over your head. Remember, Devil May Quake. The game's main primary focus is for you to have fun by being stylish. This is a very player's will type game. Can you get through the game using only the pistol and feedbacker, playing as least stylish as possible? Yes, but why would you when the game encourages playing stylishly? Because I'll say it right here. If you're not playing ULTRAKILL for the sake of being stylish, you're essentially playing it wrong. Here, let me put it like this. Imagine playing Rainworld, also another amazing indie by the way, constantly going out to fight the lizards and whatnot, then getting pissed because you're not having a good experience. The fun part of Rainworld doesn't come from fighting the lizards, it comes from surviving another day, from experiencing what it's like to live in this larger-than-life ecosystem as a small and weak creature. It's not a stretch to say ULTRAKILL is doing some new things that are just unique, and they're not good just because they're new, but because of how their implementation works. Take the sharpshooter variant of the revolver. At first you have no clue what this gimmick does. Sure, it makes a cool noise and you spin the gun, but do you ever do any real damage with it? Most likely not. You're new, brand new, at this game and at this technique. Yet you'll slowly start picking up on the fact that this thing works like a boomerang. If I position an enemy between my revolver and a wall or floor, I can violate this guy. That's where it all starts to make sense. That's where it clicks in. Techniques that started out as cool little gimmicks become proper strategies in fighting enemies and even bosses. The game has a plethora of choices to make. The actual mechanics go pretty damn deep. So deep in fact that if we were going to focus on that aspect alone, we'd be here for an hour, so let's move on to difficulty. If you are someone who wants to get some sort of challenge, that's where the P ranks come in. P ranks are perfect ranks. The requirements being, you can't die, You must kill every enemy with the exception of enemies that would spawn in secret locations. You must be stylish enough to pull off an S rank, and to top it all off, you're under a time crunch, meaning you have to complete the level as fast as possible. I found the most fun in going back to P-rank the levels, and that's because this is where the mastery came in. I was able to be stylish, which was the intended goal of the game, whilst also adding the challenges of doing it all deathless and with a fast time. Or you can just increase the difficulty. Both work fine in their own respective ways. I mean, the game is just fucking fun, man. I really don't know how else to put it. The content in here will have you busy for weeks. Nearly every level has 5 secrets. On top of that, a challenge, meaning if you're someone that enjoys getting into a game, and I really mean getting into it, ULTRAKILL has that for you. To fully complete a level, you need to play it once obviously, get all 5 secrets, complete the challenge, whatever that might be, and last but not least, get the P rank to top it all off. This is of course completely optional. You don't have to do anything except play the levels being happy with whatever rank you get, but this is where that extra bit of bang for your buck comes in. What really gets me though, is the amount of soul this game has. See, this is a mark of a good indie game, pay attention. Soul. The game you're playing, if the dev gave 2 shits about it, it'll have remnants of him or her throughout the game, and not just in a formulaic technical way. I mean, you can tell a living, breathing human being made this piece of art, in this case the art being video games. When I first entered the green layer of Act 2, me being a retro PS1 geek, the first thought that came to my mind was Crash Bandicoot, instantly, and those dope Egyptian levels in Crash 3. Now imagine the cheesy smile I had on my face when that layer's secret mission was an actual Crash Bandicoot style level. I'm not even joking. This is an entirely unique level that has a start, middle, and end with a boulder chase sequence and with boxes that if you break all of them, like you do in Crash, you'll get a reward meant to substitute the gems and V1 will do the Crash dance. Ladies and gentlemen, that is soul. This is why I love this game and indies as a whole. There was no reason to do all of this coding and in the simplest terms work for a 10-line lore reading. I don't want to ruin the other secret missions if you haven't experienced them, yet ULTRAKILL is filled with moments like that. I really hope at least one person was convinced to give this game a try, because that's what I'm about. I like sharing good quality things in life. I enjoy talking to you about these good quality things. The Steam link to ULTRAKILL will be in the description. I don't have to tell you guys, leave down your honest thoughts in the comments. This is a safe space, we don't judge. And if you found this video entertaining or insightful, leave a like or sub, the choice is completely yours. Have a good day ladies and gents, stay blessed, and I'll see y'all next time.